You have heard the name Thomas Edison many times since your childhood, who tried to hatch eggs by himself like a hen when he was a young boy, and who invented the electric light bulb and phonograph, not pornograph, phonograph. He was a great inventor, and many people read his biography when they were little. But do you know he had an important relation with King Gojong, the monarch of late Joseon dynasty? They never met each other, but knew. They never met but knew each other. How? It is as follows. In 1882, Joseon had a commercial treaty with the United States of America called 조미수호 통상조약. So the U.S. sent diplomatic personnel to Joseon, and King Gojong also sent a diplomatic envoy in 1883 called Bobingsa. 민영이 in the middle, 홍영식, 서강범, I think he is 유길준. They were in the envoy. They left Jeonpo in July 1883 by ship, by the U.S. Marine ship. And via Japan, they arrived at San Francisco on September 2nd. They met there about 300 businessmen. Then they crossed the continent by train and arrived in New York. When they met the President of the United States, Chester Arthur, they greeted him doing chul on the floor. It was a big topic on the newspaper of the U.S. In the U.S., they visited and saw many places: International Expo, factories, a hospital, schools, a military academy, a fire station, railroad company, etc. Can you imagine what they thought and how they felt? And then they came to visit Edison's Electric Light Company. When they saw the electric lights for the first time of their lives, it was a shock and a wonder. They strongly expressed that they have the electric lights in Joseon, which could make a night like a day. So after they came back to Joseon, they reported about the Western civilization with the greatness of electric lights. Well, after a few years, Gojong made a contact to Edison's company and had a contract. Well, this is from Edison's company. To Putz. Putz was the diplomatic person of the U.S. To Putz, American Minister Korea. Edison request exclusive concession, electric light, telephone, Korea. You know, this is a telegram, so the sentence should be short and simple. So they skip, some, unimportant words. Well, anyway, Edison wanted to have exclusive rights for Joseon's electric light and telephone. Soon, Edison sent an engineer, McKay, to Joseon. He set up a power plant, probably not that big one, smaller one. He set up a power plant and lamp post in the palace, in Kyungbok Palace. Finally, in 1887, 750 electric lights were turned on in the palace. It was just 8 years after Edison invented the electric light bulb. the engineer reported to Edison that it was the best electric light system in East Asia. Actually, it was 2 years prior to China and Japan. I mean, prior to Chinese palace and Japanese palace. Edison wrote in his diary that he was very proud of the electric lights in Joseon. However, the power plant used the water of Gyeongwon in the palace, and all the fish in the pond was dead because of the raised water temperature. And the noise of the power plant was so loud that people cannot sleep well. With this study, I could see King Gojong's efforts and trials to modernize his country. He wanted the nation's prosperity and power through it in the time of the turbulence. But most of all, I realized that how Edison, the great inventor, was closely related to our history. Someday, if you go to Kyungbok Palace, I suggest you go to Gyeongwon and find the place in which the power plant was. And I hope you think about the thrilling and impressive moment of the night when people saw the electric lights for the first time. Back to Toastmaster.